without me doing the whole yes, yes. I ain't doing that all day. I want you to interrupt me with your yes, yes. Because it's your yes, yes. Some of y'all was already doing it yesterday. I loved it. Just throw it out there when you hear your truth. Because I stopped by to discover, rediscover, wake up, shake up, ramp up your truth. Some of your truth has been sitting there waiting for you to have the courage to step into it. Your truth is saying, when are you going to let me out? I'm trying to get out. Do you understand we are a giant? Your truth is sitting inside you saying, why are you trying to make sure everyone around you is okay? Can you just be you? Can you just let your light shine? Can you let me out? And when you let me out, I ain't ever going back in. Come on, let me out. Let me out. Just let me out one time. Yes, yes? So I just came to escort, midwife, that truth out. To find out, what would you do if you blew your mind with who you decided to be today? What happens? Here's what I know. It's like wearing a size 8 shoe, and all of a sudden your feet just begins to grow. Your intent begins to grow, and all of a sudden you're size 9, and you try to get back in a size 8 shoe. Ain't no kind of comfortable, huh? You would like tear the house down. Just let me get out these shoes. Just let me get out these shoes. Because they don't what? Fit. So I came to escort you into a new way of thinking, because the old way of thinking might not anymore. Yes, yes. It served you in 2010. But in 2018 and 2019 and 2020, it's going to cost you. Yes, yes. You know, I believe in guided visualizations. I believe in seeing my future in clarity. Some of the chapters I don't like that I got in that relationship. I don't like that I let them take advantage of me. But hold on. But hold on. I still got the pen in my hand. And hold on. Come on, y'all hold the pen up. Some of y'all got the pen in your hand today, right? And hold on. The pages are blank now. Now, the challenge is what some of you do, because I did it too, is that you're so used to reliving your life the way it was by regurgitating the story over and over and over again. Come on, y'all. Yes, yes. You got to say yes, yes to the truth. Even if it stings a little bit, that you don't realize that you're not writing a new story. You're cutting and pasting chapter 4 into chapter 24. Yes, yes. Come on, y'all. Until I just got all in your face. She was like, did you just say that to me? I know. Yeah, I know. But I came for that. I'm your sister to have this kind of conversation with y'all. Yes, yes. And you think that it's a new experience. But if you ever say, how did I end up here again? It's because you cut and paste the experience that you had the last time. You just changed characters in the story. Yes, yes. Hello, somebody. You just changed characters in the story. And so when we realize, hold on, I can write a new experience, then first we study, what does an abundant experience look like? So that I can understand the backdrop of my story that I want to write. Before you write, go, hold on, let me define vertical. Let me look at what does a vertical life look like. And to the question that someone asked last night, how do I stay focused? How did I know when I've turned the corner? You don't, and my answer in private, I'll tell you now, is when you look at abundance, abundant thinkers don't think out a month and a year. Abundant thinkers plan 3 to 5 years out every time. Every time. Because when you plan 3 to 5 years out, you don't have time to sweat the small stuff. Because what you're going to do in 5 years, you don't even know how you're going to make that happen yet. It's so big. And so if you're thinking too small, then you'll get caught up on the small things. Then you get caught up in people's drama. See, no one ever brings me drama because they're like, she working on some big stuff. Let's not bother her with that. I'm like, that's a good idea, amen. Right? And so how do you think abundantly? Abundance is a 360 experience. Say 360 experience. So abundance means that every part of your life lives with a level of privilege. That's what abundance means. It doesn't mean you're rich. It doesn't mean it's just finances. Abundance is there is plentiful in every area of your life. It's real important to understand finance is just one slither of the pie, y'all. And oh, by the way, once I began to hang out, be with, and be able to have a lifestyle with wealthy people, I realized that wealth was so much bigger than money. Because wealthy don't make you happy. Hello, somebody. Wealthy don't make you happy. Wealthy don't get you to heaven. Wealthy don't make people like you. And I didn't really understand it until I began to have wealth. And then I went, oh, that's it? Like, what I value the most is actually over here and has nothing to do with money. Money is an access, right? They say that money is access. Money is a tool. Money is a team member. Money simply gives me access to better memories. And what you want to have at 98 and 105 are simply what? Great memories. That's it. That's all you want to have is great memories. However, if you don't do the building blocks with the people and the relationships and the experiences, then you won't have great memories. You have a lot of money, right? A very empty, a very big empty house, right? Yes, yes? And so when you look at abundance, abundance are relationships that feel whole and complete. Abundance is finances that gives you access to the lifestyle that you want and the memories that you want to have with your family. Abundance is a spiritual foundation where you know you can give something to your God, whatever you call it. Abundance is having a physical body that can live out your life's purpose. I don't care the size of the body. I don't care the origin. But if you have a command on your life, your body says, let's go do it. That's physical abundance, regardless of what size you are. And so abundance is a 360. Say abundance is a 360 experience. And it's something that you master each area of your life. And you understand what it looks like. And you need to understand it with clarity and certainty. Say clarity and certainty. So what I do is I do guided visualizations. And I'm real big on them. And the difference in my guided visualization is that I add emotion to mine. Because emotion is the fuel, the turbo boost of a thought. So if you think about it, your thoughts create actions. But emotion is the turbo boost to anything you're doing. Matter of fact, emotions are so powerful that if someone has temporary insanity, they get off in court. That's how strong emotions are. That's huge. Like, oh, no, Judge, she was crazy. He was crazy. It's like, oh, okay, then you'll get off. Like, whoa, that's how powerful emotions are. So if I can use emotions to get me off in court, I can use emotions to fuel my dreams. If it's that powerful, come on, somebody, hello. And so we analyze things, but we don't connect to the emotion. And if we connect to the emotion, we're more connecting to the fear of not having versus what it looks like to have. So can I take you on a journey? So for 13 years, I went to the same conference. I'm a thorough learner, not a fast learner. Been there, done that. Hold me accountable to the woman I'm becoming, to my future right? And so for those of you who I'll do work with, you'll see that I'm always trying to find how am I going to touch you for a year, somehow, because I know that's going to help you run. So I went to this conference. I didn't have this structure for me. So I create the structure for my students that I didn't have. I just kind of look at what did I need, because it shouldn't have taken me 17 years, 18 years to get to this place. I just don't think it should have. So I try to cut people's time, save you stress, save you money, right? That's my intention. And so I went to this conference 42 times, 13 years, and this guy would do the same, visualization. And it started with us sitting and listening to Dr. Martin Luther King's voice. And I should have been excited that Dr. Martin Luther King's voice was playing, because I'm in a room of about 800 entrepreneurs, 796 are white, and Martin Luther King's voice is playing. So I should have a sense of pride about that. 790 are men. So I should have a sense of pride about that, right? Like Dr. King is guiding this space, like they would use Dr. King in this space. And yet I felt uncomfortable. And I couldn't understand why I felt uncomfortable. And it was a natural, every time, your body will respond before you consciously know what's happening, right? You know how you say, that just don't feel right. It just doesn't feel, I didn't know why. And I was embarrassed that every time Dr. King's voice came on, I would feel uncomfortable. I knew it wasn't shame. I'm so proud, oh my God, right? But I'm going, what is that about? What is that about? 5 times, every time. 6 times, I felt it again. 7 times. On the 9th time, I got up and ran out the room. And luckily, because when you surround yourself with conscious and awake people, they can throw you a lifeline. They can throw you a lifeline. Thank God, unlike if I were at home and run out the room, I'm on my own. Because who's going to hold the gladiator, right? Who holds the superhero, right? One of the facilitators ran out after me and he says, Lisa, you always had this look of discomfort on your face when Dr. King's voice is playing. And I didn't even know that it was visual. And I'm like, I don't know what it is. I can't figure it out. I can't figure out what it is. And he said, what is? Well, just try. Just let's go through it. And I kept looking at why is it so uncomfortable. And then it hit me and I burst into tears. And I said, and some of you might be near this place, I said, I haven't surrendered to the calling on my life fully. I haven't surrendered because I want to monitor what it might cost me still. And every time I hear Dr. King's voice, I hear, and I see some of your tears already, I hear and I feel the conviction of a man who said, whatever, whenever, however, whatever it takes, I'm going, and I'm not there yet. And I feel for me, it was a spiritual battle with, I want to do it, but. Come on, y'all. Yes, yes. Y'all, don't forget to say yes, yes. Don't throw me out there by myself, y'all. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. And so I was in the struggle. It had nothing to do with Dr. King. I thought it was Dr. King, but he represented absolute conviction. He represented what my grandmother says, your conviction and your convenience don't live on the same block. He represented that if anything is going to give something, it's going to cost you something. Are you willing to pay the piper? Or do you just want it to stay convenient? And if you want it to stay convenient, it ain't a conviction. It's a hobby. Oh, yes, yes. Yes, yes. So call it what it is. And so once I got it, I understood now, oh, okay, my son at the time was 3. And all I kept thinking is I don't want to leave him motherless. You know, I'm thinking I'm going to die. You know, I'm writing the whole story. I done came alive and got killed all before I started speaking. How many of you are going so far out to what you don't want that you haven't started doing what you're supposed to be doing? I don't want to travel too much. Well, you ain't traveling at all yet. Right? I don't want my kids to grow without me. Well, you always at home right now. Like think about it. You done wrote yourself out the game before you started playing full out. Come on, somebody. Who did I come for? Yes, yes. Who did I come for? Yes, yes. I came for somebody today. I came for you. I got on the plane. I packed my bags. I left Barcelona to come for you. Right? I interrupted my trip to come for you. I get back on the plane tomorrow and I go to the Bahamas. But right in the middle, I came for you. Right in the middle, I came for you so you can tap into your conviction and make it non-negotiable, because you keep playing with it like it's a sometime, maybe on every other day, and it has to become your conviction. You got to eat it. You got to drink it. You got to walk with it. When you sweat, it got to come out of your pores. Hello, somebody. It's that level of non-negotiable. You got to show the world without ever saying it. I'm not asking permission to be me anymore. I've done that. I've done that. I stepped into a room checking to see if I can be me. I've shown up for everyone and said, how are you doing? You all right? You all right? Dorothy, you all right? You all right? And I haven't even checked with myself first. Come on, just say your yes, yes, right? I had the nerve to check on you before I checked on me. And then wanted to be mad at you that you don't check on me. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Don't nobody ever check on me. Well, you ain't checking on you. And we following your lead. You are the first example of how I get to treat you. Hello, somebody. She said, right. You are giving me the first example of how to love you, how to honor you, how to celebrate you. So when you say, don't worry about me, I say, okay, you're training me well. When you say, I'm fine, okay, you're training me well. Oh, you can interrupt my day. You can just text me in the middle of my day, and I feel like I have to text you back right now in the middle of what I was already doing. Amen. Hello. Hello. I was in the middle of something when you text. So when you text me back, why you're not answering? Because I was in the middle of something. Happy to check back with you when I'm finished. Somebody say yes, yes. There's nothing wrong with that. It's called healthy boundaries. You train people how to treat you. You train people how to mistreat you. Oh, y'all didn't know I was gonna come with all this. Dorothy, I don't know if they knew. It was like, she was so much calmer in The Secret and on YouTube. Amen. My sister friends asked me to come fully loaded with this. So I'm sitting in the room, and they bring me back to the room, and I do this guided visualization. I did this guided visualization for years, and I'm gonna tell you what you think about, you bring about. Your life, what you think about, you bring about. Your life as it is. Now, this might sting a little bit, but I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all, right? Your life as it is a physical manifestation of the conversation going on in your head. Your life as it is a physical manifestation of the conversation going on in your head. You want to change your life, stop doing something different. Just think something different. Because your thoughts will control your behaviors will control your actions, and your actions will change the dynamics of your life. I promise you. Most of us are trying to do something different without thinking something different. And so we're going in the wrong direction. So we keep slingshotting back to the old behavior, going, how did I end up here again? Because we didn't change our thoughts. So I'm doing this guided visualization, and the guided visualization has me traveling down the 405 freeway, or down the freeway. It was whatever your freeway is. I picked my freeway as the 405 freeway in LA. And it talks about you're in a traffic jam. And it says you're in a traffic jam and you get stressed out and you're living your dream life. This is 5 years from today, and every single dream that you've had has come to pass. You are now living a fully abundant life. I did this exercise over and over and over again. I'd sit in the room, right? I'm like 33. I'm the only woman of color in the room. I'm the youngest person by 18 years in the room. And I'm, like one of 3 women in a room of 800 people. And I don't know half the stuff they're saying, but I knew this guided visualization. And I went 42 times, and he would do this same exercise every single time. And I was okay with that, because I'm functionally dyslexic, as some of you know. And I used to be ashamed of it. Now it's my badge of honor, because I get to be who I am and functionally dyslexic. So it's my superpower. It is my superpower, because I'm going to teach you forward and I'm going to teach you backwards. I'm going to make sure you got it, right? And because I'm functionally dyslexic, I absolutely make sure everyone in the room has it, because I was the one who didn't, right? So it makes me a better teacher. So, so in this visualization, you're sitting in the car, and every single dream that you've had has come to pass. Every single dream. Take a deep breath. 5 years from today, financially, picture a number in your bank account. Picture it right now. Now, double it. Yes, yes, yes. You see, you blew your own mind. See, it's the second yes right now. The second yes, that big yes, that's what you're living in 5 years from now. And I want you to see your lifestyle. I want you to see your closet. Yes, it's somebody's apartment building. And you do it with grace and ease and humility. You're grateful for it. You take nothing for granted, but you have it all. I want you to look at the relationships in your life. They're full of laughter and love. This guided visualization says, you drive in your weekend car. And you drive up to your house. I want you to picture yourself driving up to your house right now. Come on, y'all. You got to put it in your head. It starts in your head first. And you punch in the code to get behind your gate. Yes, yes. And then you drive a quarter of a mile to your front door. Yes, yes. I told you it's better. I'm a stretch y'all. I'm here to stretch you as your sister friend. And you drive up to your circle driveway. And you pull up in your weekend car. And you open your double doors. I mean your grand double doors to your house. And you step into the marble floors and you smell the lavender. And you hear the sound, I don't know, maybe it's a little Jill Scott, a little Kim, a little, I'm not sure. It's some Kirk Franklin or Yolanda Adams or somebody or some Kenny G. You hear that great sound. But then you hear this other sound that's even more delicious than the music. You hear the sound of laughter. Lots of laughter. And you realize 5 years from today, that you got here to this level of financial abundance without leaving anybody behind. You found a way to stay connected to what matters to you the most, which are the people you love. And they're laughing in the other room. And you go into the dining room and people are laughing and talking and excited that you've come home. They've been waiting for you. They want to celebrate you. And you have everyone sit around your 16-seat table. And everyone brought a little something because that's what they do in your family. But they brought their best dish because this is better than you thought. No, all the food is good today. And the people in your family that you've been emotionally strained with, that's all handled now. You've gotten over that. You've gotten back to what matters the most, which is the relationship. So I want you to picture that, guys. I want picture it, ladies, the cousin or the aunt or the sibling or the friend or the former. And you're together having a great time. And you're sitting around the table and someone says, I want to raise a glass. And they raise the glass to you. I want to raise a glass to who you decided to be 5 years ago at that conference. When you decided to go vertical like never before. We want to celebrate you. And you sit there and your chest fills up. And they say, we want to celebrate you because we didn't always see your vision. And I know that at times we judged you. And I know that you felt like you were an alien and alone at times. But we want to thank you. Thank you for holding the torch. Because you held the torch, we're here. Experiencing this kind of life with you. Thank you. And then they toast and you have a great drink and then all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, I'm late. Because life is real. Oh my God, I'm late. And you say, guys, stay here, hang out. Take any one of my 9 bedrooms. Just make yourself at home. Make yourself at home. Just make yourself at home. I got to go do this thing and I'll be back. And they're like, okay, thank you so much. Thank you for letting us be here. Thank you. You're like, no problem. I built this for you. I didn't buy it. I built it for you. Yes. And so you go and you jump back in your weekend car. Right. And you get in the car and you get on the highway. And as you're on the highway, all of a sudden, you run into traffic and you look and you say, oh my God, I got 20 minutes to get to this speaking event. You run into traffic, it's 20 minutes, and then you realize, oh, I got 10 minutes. And I'm about 25 miles away. And I'm going 5 miles per hour. This does not look good. So you start feeling the anxiety. You guys feel the anxiety. Let yourself feel the anxiety right now. Oh my God, you know that traffic anxiety. And then you can start getting irritated with everybody who's not flying down the freeway. And you're like, oh my God. And you finally make it to the place, about 10 minutes late. And you walk in, you're like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to be late. And they're like, it's no worry, we've been waiting on you. We want you to be here, no problem. And you walk out on stage. And there's a X, and you stand on the X. And there's a podium. And you sit down your speech. And there are 10,000 people in the audience. All came to see you. And you open up your speech with thank you. And before you can get anything else out, someone in row 9,726, they yell, no, thank you. And then someone over in seat 565 says, thank you. Then someone in seat 48 says, thank you. And someone in seat 3 says, thank you. And then as a ripple effect, they just begin to yell, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you stand there and you can't get a word in edgewise because they just keep saying thank you. Thank you for the nights you stayed up. Thank you for the sacrifice. Thank you for the investment into you. Thank you for learning how to be a powerful speaker. Thank you for learning how to do the business. Thank you for getting back up. Thank you for trusting again. Thank you, 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 thank you. That's all they would say. And every single person needed to hear themselves say thank you. 10,000 people needed to hear themselves say thank you to you. And you stand there. And for 20 minutes, you can't get a word in. And then it hits you. You didn't come to deliver this speech. You came so that they can deliver theirs to you. 5 years from today, because you got radical. 5 years from today, because you became non-negotiable. 5 years from today, because you stopped asking permission to be seen. 5 years from today, because you pulled up your big girl pants. 5 years from today, because you stopped making excuses on why you have to dim your light. 5 years from today, because you got sick and tired of the same old story. 5 years from today, you stood on that stage and you said, I'm going to close every exit. Y'all see the exit signs? I'm going to close every exit door in this place, and I'm only going to leave one exit door open. And I'm going to stand at it. And I want you to visualize yourself standing at the door right there, y'all. And every single person in that room and in this room had to come through that door to get out. And you said, I'm going to hug every single person in this room. And you stood at that door, and that 60-year-old woman came and she hugged you and said, thank you for letting me know that it ain't too late. And then that 24-year-old girl came by and hugged you and said, thank you for letting me know I can dream big and it's all right. And that 18-year-old boy came and hugged you at the door and said, thank you for letting me know I can do it my way, not anybody else's way. And that 50-year-old man hugged you and said, thank you for letting me know that I could make mistakes and still be okay. And everyone came by and hugged you. That 45-year-old woman hugged you and said, thank you for letting me know that I can set healthy boundaries and that I can reinvent myself at 45. And you hugged every single person. It took you until 2 a.m. and everyone was excited to get their hug. So I would do that guided visualization every single time, 13 years. So I'm driving down the freeway, you guys. I kid you not. I did that guided visualization. I'm driving down the 405 freeway from Los Angeles to San Diego. I have a keynote. I'm in my convertible. I am rocking my fro and my NDIRE, and my girlfriend's driving. And we're just reminiscing. This is the same girlfriend, Sharita. It's the same girlfriend who we still don't know who had $10. But at the end of the day, she had 5 and I had 5, right? This is the girlfriend that when I wouldn't have money, I would go to her house for lunch. She didn't have no food. But we make a big pot of rice, put some butter and sugar in it. And it was fine with me. I didn't know I was suffering because we all, you know, you always got some rice or some pasta, right? Or some potatoes, Rice, pasta, potatoes, right? That's that friend. Y'all know that friend, right? Deep in the cut friend, right? That's that friend. That's my ride or die. That was the ride or die friend, right? So life had changed. Just 15 years in, I'd already authored 3 books. Life had changed. She had gone to that same conference with me, so she had done that same guided visualization. She had sat there in the chair with me like you guys are sitting, and she did the guided visualization with me. Now we're in my convertible, and we're driving down the highway years later, and we're rocking to NDIRE, and we're reminiscing, and girl, remember da-da-da, and what happened to that? We're just hanging out, and we hit traffic. True story. And I'm like, Ree, how long we got to get there? She's like, we got about 30 minutes, but we all right now. We stay in traffic. She's like, well, we got about 20 minutes. It's getting a little tight. We inch up maybe 5 more miles. We got 15 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, I can't be late for this event. This is Jack Canfield, Tony Robbins. This is Les Brown. Like, I'm the only woman on the stage with him. I got to show him how it's done. I got to get there. So I'm having anxiety. She's having anxiety. I'm like, oh my God. So she waves to this guy. True story. Can we get in front of you? He casually goes, sure. We get over in front of him. He sticks his head out the window. He said, because I'm going to see you anyway. I start instantly crying. I was like, there's one person on the freeway going to see me. This is amazing. That's all I needed. All you need is a little bit of evidence. Hello, all you need is a little bit of evidence. Evidence gets you off in court. If evidence can get you off in court, then all you need is a little bit of evidence. Without any evidence, question it. But when you get some evidence, if the judge will take the evidence, why not you? Hello, somebody. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. So now I'm crying. I love it to the man going to see me. And so she said, Lisa, what if this is your traffic jam? I was like, that's nice. It's not, but that's a really nice thought. It's really good. Right at that moment, I'm like crocodile tear, ugly cry. And back in the day, I didn't carry like refresher makeup with me because I was still learning, right? So I'm like, that's nice. It's not true, but that's nice. You're such a good friend. And then this Escalade looked like it was a 2020 Escalade. Like it was just like sleek. It came, this is the way I saw it. And I belong on stage, so y'all know I am theater, right? So the way I saw it, the Escalade pulls up, and I promise you it was sleek white, looked like a 2020 Escalade, and the window went down, oh, wonderful. I don't know how windows go down wonderful, but it did. The window went down, and she's on the driver's side, and I'm on the passenger side, like, and the window goes down. She goes, beautiful, sleek, like Brazilian, straight blonde hair, gorgeous. She looks like she had to be like 5'10", just gorgeous. These beautiful hazel eyes, just regal. Regal woman, was a model or something. She said, Miss Nichols, what time do you go on? Because I only came to see you. I was like, I think as soon as I get there. So I'm like, oh my God, 2 people on the freeway to see me. This is incredible. Because all I need is evidence. All you need is a little bit of evidence. You're trying to make the earth move and you already got evidence several times. All I needed was one person on the highway because I was holding on to the visualization, right? So now we're going a little further and I'm in a convertible, right? And so all of a sudden you kind of hear people like bumping their horns and waving. And I was like, who they waving at? My girl was like, you stupid. I was like, how they recognize me? She's like, you are a black woman in a convertible with an auburn afro. This is me. But I got on shades. So everybody's bumping their horn and waving, and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. So then we get to the exit. and it's gridlocked. And I'm like, I don't know. We can't do this, Reed. We just going to be late out. What's the number we call? And then, I kid you not, true story. I don't know how the people begin to communicate to each other that my car was at the top of the off-ramp. But they begin to roll up on the embankment, left, then right, left, then right, left, and our car slowly went through. It was like the Red Sea had parted. You don't understand how your future is shaping right now. It's like the Red Sea had parted, and as we drove down in the center of what felt like the Red Sea, all I heard them say from left to right was, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What you think about, you bring about. What you think about, you bring about. 5 years from now, where will you be? 5 years from now, can you visualize it? Can you see it? It might not look exactly like you thought it would look, but it's going to be exactly how it should look. Can you see it? Can you see it? You never could have told me on the 405 freeway. You never could have told me on the off-ramp. You never could have told me when I arrived at the stadium, there wasn't 10,000 people waiting on me. It was 11,476 to be exact. To be exact. Your wildest dreams are waiting to blow your mind. And the distance between you and your wildest dreams are the amount of radical action you are willing to be in. The willingness to give yourself permission to become something you've never seen before, to be someone you've never been before, to not hold yourself hostage to who you've always been, to be willing to reborn your own self, reborn your possibility, to not keep score, just keep track. Understand when I step left, that happened last time, but don't be afraid to step left. Just step left with caution and discernment, but still keep stepping. Don't stop stepping. Don't stop running. Don't stop moving. Don't stop believing. You believe harder. You run harder. You pray harder. You love harder because of what you know. So I just stopped by. I stopped by to see. I'm in a season now where all I want to do is coach leaders. That's what I want to do. I want to coach leaders and game changers because it's the best use of my time. The best use of my time are to find 1,000 people who want to help change the planet and work with them. Work with them on their messaging, work with them on their business, work with them on their belief system, help them get out of their own way. That's what I want to do. I want to spend my time working with people who want to help change this planet. People who are willing to, even when they frighten themselves, still show up and be who they've always known themselves to be. That you don't want to get out of here without knowing who you could be. I don't want to get out of here without knowing who I could be. I don't want to play it safe. I want to play hard. I want to play big. I don't want to leave here pristine if it means I never fly. I don't mind getting some bruises if it means I gave myself permission to leap. I just want to play with leapers. I want to play with people who are change agents. I want to play with people who might have a calling on your life and you don't even know how to answer the phone yet. You know you have a calling on your life. You just don't know how to answer the phone or what to do with it when you answer the phone. But you know there's a calling. And you keep saying, call me back, God. Call me back, God. Call me back, God. And the phone keep ringing. You're like, hold on, I'm trying to get the kids out of school. Out of school? They just in middle school right now. It's going to take a long time. Call me back. Call me. I just need to lose this weight. Hold on. If I waited to lose the weight before I showed up, Lisa Nichols would be the secret. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. It's just the new and improved version of me, but I built my entire platform 220 strong, right? Don't wait until everything is perfect. That don't exist. Perfection is an illusion that you pursue. It's just an illusion. Perfection is an illusion that you pursue, right? So all I need you to do is to master your imperfection. That's all I need you to do is to master your imperfection, own it and know it. You ain't got to improve it. Just know your imperfection and manage it every day. I tell people I'm still codependent. I just know I'm codependent now. That's just who I am. I try to act like I'm not, but I am. So I just go, I tell my friends, help me manage my codependency. When you tell me a problem, I'm going to want to make it ours. Can you please remind me that it's yours? All I'm doing is managing my codependence. It works really well when you're clear. It works really, really well. So I stopped by to grab a few soldiers and generals and gladiators. I stopped by. I didn't come to entertain you. I'm not an entertainer, though I can be entertaining. This is a stage. I do want to draw these curtains. I want to do a whole performance right now, but it's not. They never let me on Broadway, but I'm getting close. I came to grab the gladiators. I came to inspire you, to touch you, to stir your soul. I came to make it uncomfortable to live in mediocrity. If you felt something jump in your belly, that was true. That's life. That's life. That's life saying, I'm here, I'm awake. Don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until next year. Don't wait until your partner agrees and sees your vision. If the people around you don't get your vision, it's because God didn't give your vision to them. God gave your vision to you. Don't try to make everybody see your vision that they didn't get. They didn't get your vision. You got your vision. How are you trying to have somebody see a vision that only you got? Well, I'm just waiting on people to support me. Hold on. If you build enough momentum, you will become a centrifugal force. Well, if you create enough momentum, you will create a centrifugal force and people will begin to naturally follow you. You will draw people out of the crevices because you created momentum. You are the momentum. I'm going to do some coaching this afternoon. And I love coaching. Y'all know that, huh? And I'm born to be a transformational coach. That's my gift. That's my gift. Speaking is a way by which I get to meet you. Coaching is a way by which I get to help transform your life. And so I came for the coaching. I came to speak to you, to inspire you, to rub you. But coaching allows us to begin to look at the navigational system that you're speaking from, the navigational system that you're responding to. It allows us to go under the hood and make the needle point move. I'm here to do that. I'll do everything else, but I know why I wake up in the morning. I'm with clarity and certainty. And you have to watch out when you're really good at things, you get distracted. Hello, yes, yes? Yes, yes? Because everybody wants you on their team. Yes? And every idea is good. Yes, yes? And you can make a lot of them run forward, but is that the reason and the purpose on your life? The purpose on my life are two things. To help people who want to use their voice in the speaking world or using speaking as a platform to transform lives. My job is to help them master the art of speaking. Master the art of breakthrough change through speaking, to help them craft their message, own their story, discover their story, help them find their story. I pray for you this morning, sis, to help them find their story, own your story, and then share your story in such a way that it moves people's lives. That's why I'm here. It took me a while to own that. Let me tell you why. Because speaking and master speaking is so easy for me that I forgot to value it. Hello, yes, yes? Hello, yes, yes? You know that thing you do naturally and you just so you don't value it? So for years people said, Lisa, teach me how to speak the way you do, all colorful, and you make me cry and laugh. And how to do it? And I go, I don't know how, it's a gift. And it is my gift. And then 5 years ago, for years, I just said, I don't know how to do it. And 5 years ago, God said in November, quit being lazy. Lazy? I'm on an 81-day tour right now. 4 countries, 10 cities, 29 speaking events. Lazy? But then I got it. God said, if you take the time to make your gift someone else's skill set, then you serve more people than just you. Woo, I was cut. I was like, okay. So I locked myself in my home office for 7 days, and I wrote out all the things that I do on stage, and I made them formulas. Because if you can learn a formula, then you can replicate a formula. Formula's H2O. It's always H2O. That's always water. So I had to make everything a formula. It took me months to do this, and I finally done it. And now I spend my time teaching people all the formulas. Does that make sense? So for those of you, you know that you want to up-level that part of your life. You want to become more powerful and impactful in that. I'm going to start with some speaking coaching today. So those of you who already signed up to be on the campus, we get to start today, right? We get to start today. For those of you who don't know anything about it, you just want to get some coaching and you may want to start, we're going to start today because our beautiful host made it possible for you guys to have that coaching. So today, this afternoon at 3 3:15, somebody, y'all know, 3:15. 3:15, come, be ready, bring your burning questions. I'm gonna bring my sizzling answers. I'm gonna teach you some techniques. You're going to do some things before we leave. You're going to start doing some things and speaking. Does that sound good, you guys? All right, so in closing, I wanna share this story with you. Can I get a chair? Can you help me with a chair in the back? No, there's a gentleman who wants to grab a chair somewhere. Sir, can you help me with a chair in the back? Can that become loosened? And can we listen? Don't worry. Oh, there you go. Okay. There you go. So for years, I visualized myself on the Oprah show. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. No, 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 no. Thank you. No, 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 no. Thank you. I'm just joking. Just joking. Just joking. Flirting is a sport. So, for years, I visualized myself on the Oprah show. And how many of you guys have visualized yourself on the Oprah show? Right. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Right. In the audience? Yes, yes. Somewhere. Back in the green room hanging out with Oprah? Yes, yes. Right. With the dogs at home with her? Yes, yes. So I visualized myself at the Oprah show. And I shared some of this last night with the ladies, but I want to share the full story. And every time I visualized myself on the Oprah show, I visualized myself meeting Oprah. That was very important. And also, don't judge me. Say y'all not going to judge me. Promise? Put your pinky in the air. Y'all know that's stronger than a contract. I visualized myself. It don't make any sense. But I visualized myself when I was on the Oprah show that I would be sitting on the couch and Oprah would be sitting next to me and, hey girl, how you doing? How the dogs? How's Gail? How's Stedman? And when she turned her head, I would sneak and smell her couch. Don't judge me. Don't look like that. Like, I would go, and I would smell her couch. And I think I wanted to smell her couch because I knew it's the best leather. Like, you know, Oprah leather. Like, there's like leather and then there's Oprah leather, right? So I know that cream couch had the best leather ever. So I just wanted to smell it. And I think it was a way of confirmation for me in my olfactory glands that say, because smell is powerful. You know how you think you're not hungry, then you smell some food like, ooh, I think I am hungry. So smelling was important to me. So I wanted to smell her couch. I don't know why, y'all. It just became really important to me. And so for 10 years, I visualized seeing Oprah and smelling her couch. And I would say, you guys, I don't know when, but I'm gonna be on Oprah. And I'm gonna smell her couch. And I start saying it like it was just a part of the experience. So when I get to Oprah, I'm gonna greet her, I'm gonna hug her, and I'm gonna smell the couch. Like, people go, what's up with the couch? The couch! It became so natural to me. So I get to Oprah in 2007. I get the call, Miss Nichols, we want to invite you to be on the Oprah show. I'm like, yes! Right! Yes, yes! So I get to Oprah, I'm in the green room, and they're putting on my makeup, and they put on the makeup with the airbrush. Like, that's serious. They start airbrushing my foundation. I was like, for real? That's an Oprah. I made everything Oprah. That's Oprah foundation. Right? So they're in the green room, Miss Nichols, we love you the best. You're our favorite in The Secret. And I'm like, I get to meet Oprah. I get to smell the couch. Like, I promise you, I became fixated on this couch, right? And so we get ready, we're out walking out, and the people are just screaming and screaming. It was the first time I ever walked out into a room, ever in my career, and the room knew who I was before I walked out. It was one of those changing moments where I walked out and I heard the gasp. And I was like, what they gasping about? That's me. And Oprah walks out. I walk out, and Oprah's standing on stage, and she's like, oh, you're here. You're here. She's clapping. I'm like, that's Oprah clapping for me. I look behind her. Y'all, how many of y'all saw the show? What'd y'all see? 5 stools. No couch. I was traumatized. I was like, ah! I was like, where the couch at? You know, they got a big old stage. I'm like, where the couch at? So I do the show. People ask how was Oprah. She was amazing, of course. We did the after show. It was amazing. And I walk away, everyone's like, so how was Oprah? I was like, it was nice. But, did you love Oprah? It was great. But, and I couldn't even explain the but to anybody, but she didn't have a couch. Like, you can't even, and so 2 weeks later, I get a call from producers, said, oh my God, Miss Nichols, we saw you in the Oprah show. You were amazing. We'd love to talk to you. We're Warner Brothers. We'd love to talk to you about doing a show. I said, oh, okay, great. Well, I'm going to Africa, South Africa with my son for 30 days. But I can meet with you when I get back. And they said, okay, great, but what colors do you like in the meantime? I said, oh, I like turquoise, I like orange, I like yellows, I like wood. And what shapes do you like, Miss? Like, oh, I like round and oval, I like soft corners. And they just asked me a bunch of stuff. I just gave them some things. And I said, okay, I'll see you when I get back. I come back, and they said, okay, can you come meet with us? Great, I got back. I walk into this room to meet with them, and I look up, and I saw these wooden panels, and I saw turquoise, and I saw yellows, and I saw oranges, and I saw this circle stage, and I saw these pillows around the edge, and then on the stage, I see a cream leather couch. And on the panel, it says The Lisa Nichols Show. And they said, Miss Nichols, do you like the font? Miss Nichols, do you like the colors? Miss Nichols, do you like the pillows? Miss Nichols, do you like the wood? Miss Nichols, do you like the stage? I said, excuse me, hold on. Hold on. I got to do something. Hold on. And I sat right there, and I said the prayer that maybe some of you might be open to saying or might need to say or may have said before. I had to apologize to God. I said, God, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to sit on Oprah's cream leather couch, and I just wanted to smell Oprah's cream leather couch. And God spoke back into my heart, and I'm not here to impose my faith on you, but God spoke back into my heart and said, I know you've been trying to sit on her couch. But while you've been trying to sit on Oprah's couch, I've been trying to give you your own couch. You get a couch, and you get a couch, and you get a couch, and you get a couch. You get a couch, and 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 you get a couch. And nobody can take your couch away from you. Your couch is not going to look like Oprah's because it's your couch. And every single one of us gets a couch. So go get your couch. Yes, yes? I'm out.
Hello? Mike? Hello? Hello, everybody. Hey, before you go, I just want to give you a little tip. Yeah, go get your couch, though. Get your couch. All right, get your couch. We got some gifts for the VIP elites. Our volunteers are bringing that right now. VIP Elite special treat from Belts. Make sure you bring your make sure you stop by Belts. In addition to that, thank you, Lisa, for giving us all that couch. We'll see you this afternoon. And thank you to Scarlet Pearl for bringing Lisa Nichols to us today. Thank y'all. Make sure you go to your breakouts and enjoy your day. If you hadn't checked in, go to registration.
Here I am, baby. Here I am, baby. Talk to me, talk to me. In the deep. Oh, in the deep. Free right now, go do what you wanna do. You can't let nobody take it away from you, away from me. No time for negative vibes, are you kidding? Ain't no time for serious vibes, cause I'm winning. It's been a long week, I put in my hardest. I'm living my life, feels so good to get it right. So I like what I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror. No stress to the night and the time in my life, ain't worried about how you feeling. Got my head on straight, got my mind right, ain't gonna let you kill it. See, I won't change my life just fine, 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 ooh, just fine, 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 ooh, just fine, 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 ooh, I won't change my life just fine. So good, so good. When you do all the things that you have to wanna do. Keep the fast that I like, treat yourself to something new. You can't let nobody take it away from you, away from me. Having a really good time, I'm not complaining, and I'ma still wear a smile if it's raining. It's been a long week, I put in my hardest. I appreciate life, I'm so glad I got mine. So I like what I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror. No stress through the night at a time of my life, I ain't worried about how you feeling. Got my head on straight, got my mind right, ain't gonna let you kill it. See, I won't change my life just fine. Woo!
Everybody enjoy that? That is unfazed. Give them applause, y'all. All right, now I'm getting ready to welcome a good friend, and one of our sponsors is the host today, Dorothy Shaw of Ingalls. Come on up, Dorothy.
Thank you, Kern. I have a good job today, and I'm not at the shipyard. They're listed in your book as influencers. I might call them challengers of the status quo. I might call them visionaries. I might call them trailblazers or mythbusters or game changers. But nonetheless, I'm going to go back to the book, and we're going to call them influencers. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my very distinct honor, privilege, and pleasure today to introduce to you 18 of the most dynamic women in the state of Mississippi. And by the way, they happen to live here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Ladies, as I call your name, please come to the stage. Miss Kristen Duhay. Velma Johnson. Dr. Vicki Tibble. Dr. Jennifer Sutton. Amber Olson. Dr. Christine Coker. Angeline Trutel Zerang. Lakeisha Cotton. Sheila Rivers. Elizabeth, better known as Liz Joachim. And Elise Diano. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate once again our influencers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy your lunch, and we shall return shortly. Thank you.
Dorothy Roberts is the owner of Robin's Nest in Pass Christian, Mississippi, and is a former director of the South Mississippi Regional Center. She's been Director of Social Services, Co-Clinical Director for Program Services at the Specialized Treatment Facility in Gulfport, Mississippi, and Assistant Director at SMRC. For 25 years, Sally Ann Roberts co-anchored Eyewitness News on WWL-TV New Orleans and made the newscast one of the highest-rated newscasts in the country. She announced her retirement in February 2018, and she's remembered for being a beacon of light in the city's most difficult times. Her most cherished accomplishment occurred in 2012 when she donated her bone marrow to her sister who was suffering from a life-threatening disease called MDS. Robin Roberts is the anchor of ABC's Good Morning America. Under her leadership, the broadcast has won 4 Emmy Awards and the 2017 People's Choice Award for Favorite Daytime TV Hosting Team. In 2007, she was diagnosed with breast cancer, and 5 years later with MDS. She underwent a bone marrow transplant where her sister, Sally Ann, was a perfect match. Her battle has been recognized with awards and honor from around the country, and their lives have inspired the nation. Please welcome Dorothy, Sally Ann, and Robin Roberts.
This one's working. You want to trade mics?
It's on.
Okay.
It's on. The light's always on, right, Sally?
Yes.
Sally Ann?
Yes, the camera never blinks.
That's right, that's right. Well, welcome to the Roberts sisters. We are so happy to have them here with us today. I am honored to have the opportunity to chat with them on stage. You know, it's not ABC News, but this may be the closest that I get to it. So, these sisters, they have done, each one of them, some amazing things. Own name, but they also are following in the footsteps of their parents. When we talk about successful women, it's hard to have anyone else up here on the stage today who we could say has not had as much of an influence on the Mississippi Gulf Coast and really on the world, especially when you look at what Robin has done in her capacity. So, I want to share just a little special moment, and maybe that'll help you understand why this is such a great opportunity for me. Lucy Marion Roberts, these girls, I'll call them girls. Their mom. When I came to the Mississippi Gulf Coast about 21 years ago, she was one of the very first people from the community to come visit me in the Sun Herald newsroom, to welcome me, to encourage me, and to say, I'm so proud that the Sun Herald has an African-American woman running the operation. That meant so much to me as a young person. And then she would continue to recognize me and acknowledge me when she would see me on occasions at community events, and she began to dub me as my other Dorothy. So. So these are my pretend sisters, okay? Okay. All right. So, legacy.
I'm still the baby, just so I'm still the baby.
You're the baby, all right. You know what's so neat is that each one of them have had about 30 plus years, minimally in their fields. You know, Sally Ann has retired, Dorothy has retired, but Robin, how long have you been in the news business?
Well, I started in 1842.
But no, I started at WDAM in 1983, then here at WLOX, the news for South Mississippi.
Yes.
Love it. And then Nashville, Atlanta, I've been on the national level since 1990.
Wow. Now, they're starting some new chapters in their lives, and I really would like for them to share about that. You know, you oftentimes, everybody knows the Roberts sisters, and you know, they know about their family, but today we're hoping that they'll share on a little bit more of a personal level. And so, Dorothy, can you talk about your new chapter with Robin's Nest in the past? They're celebrating their 3rd anniversary this weekend.
Well, I have no idea. It's okay, I can hear myself. All right, it's on. Well, thank you. And as you well know, Dorothy, that yes, 3 years ago we opened Robin's Nest in the Past, a year after I turned 50 something years old. And during that time, that year, I sat down and I got real quiet and I thought, my goodness, what have I done? I'm getting ready to open up a store. And I remember meeting this woman who came up to me at an event much like this. If you all are not meeting new people, you need to be. And I met a woman who said to me, you know, if you ever need any help with marketing, if you ever need any help with moving things along in your life, please give me a call. I met your mother and I thought a lot of her. And that person is Dorothy Wilson. So we have a very, very deep connection. So in February of 2015, I called her and I sat down with her and I said, I have decided to do this, open up this little gallery gift shop. I had been a social worker. To her though, I don't know how to connect the dots. How do you get from this is your vision, this is your dream, and how are you going to get from here to there? And her response was, I will always remember this, is connecting the dots is my specialty. And you can see that she's connected a lot of dots today.
Thank you, Dorothy.
And so from there, Robin's Nest in the Past opened. I named it in honor of my dear sister Robin's love for Past Christian. In the Past stands for the past. You know, Past Christian folks call ourselves the past. And it's a gallery gift shop, and we celebrate the creative spirit. I led a very transitional life, if you will, towards the end of my career with Department of Mental Health at South Mississippi Regional Center. I did some planning, I did some praying, and through it all, I was able to open up this gift shop that'll turn 3, is 3. Tomorrow, Robin will be with us at our anniversary celebration. So it's a delight to be with you all today. We have a little bit of the store upstairs on the 3rd floor, and we'd love to see you all stop by us at some time. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. If you're watching us live stream today at successwomensconference.info, let me give you that website. It's www.robinsnestinthepast.com. You can shop there as well. Okay, Sally Ann.
Well, let me say, first of all, as I look out at everyone here, I see people from different neighborhoods, different races, different religions, perhaps, but we have one thing in common. And of course, we're different ages. I will say I'm at the upper end of that range. But the one thing that we have in common is we want to run our race and we want to finish our race strong. That's why we're here. And I want to thank you for having this vision, Dorothy Wilson. If you're enjoying this conference, give her a round of applause, and everyone who has put this together.
Thank you.
This is awesome.
I couldn't have planned this better. Hey.
Yeah. Well, I want to say that I stepped out into the deep. Because this is unknown territory that I'm in right now. I went from school to work. And for those of you who are not retirees, it's a very different experience not to have a schedule that you have to abide by. But I have found that God has a reason for me doing what I'm doing right now, which is speaking and writing, and I'm just excited about this opportunity, and I just think that everyone has to press forward, because if we stay in shallow water, we're not going to catch many fish.
That's right.
But if we go out to the deep, that takes courage. But once you step out, you don't want to go back to the shore. Wow. I'm enjoying it.
Very good. Robin, what's new with you?
I just have to say I am so immensely proud of my sisters. Aww. I really am. You're just hearing a portion of the story. For each one of them, it took courage to do what they did. And I don't need that, I'm all right.
I knew to bring these for my sisters.
I know.
I've already cried once.
We are a crying family, we are. But I sincerely say how proud I am of them and our big brother.
Yes. Yeah.
I was a beneficiary of 3 older siblings and a mother and father who didn't show me by words but by their actions how to be a responsible human being. I have just recently started a production company, Rock and Robin Productions, and oh, thank you, Amber. Woo, thank you, thank you, babe. And our mother and father, they came from entrepreneurs. My father's side, his family started the first taxi service for African Americans in the New Jersey area. On my mother's side, remember Grandpa and Grandma Tolliver? They didn't have 2 nickels to rub together, but they had a barbecue shop, they had a gas station, all those things. And Mama always wanted us to do what you here are wanting to do, and that is to be a success and to be your own boss. And so I'm very grateful that I have that opportunity now with Rock and Robin, but still very, very, very happy at Good Morning America. It is a privilege to say good morning to America, and I feel the well wishes of everybody here. It's when people ask me where I'm from, even though I've lived in New York for 30-some years now, I still say I'm from Mississippi. I just and always will be.
And it's amazing the impact that all 3 of these women are having on their communities. I love to see Robin when she comes home and give back to like the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. She was here recently. And Dorothy is serving with the Pass Christian Chamber as president this year. Sally speaks, I don't know if you guys know this, she speaks to a lot of community groups and is serving in that capacity as well. And you may call it speaking, but for some, they say, every time I hear somebody say Sally Ann was talking or speaking, they say she was preaching. Oh, yeah. So that's actually what was going on. Sally Ann was preaching. So, you know, being in the public eye, being one of the top known families in America, your life is really open. It's an open book for many people. But oftentimes they don't understand the cost that you pay behind the scenes, and they don't understand, they may not even know the story behind the story and the things that you struggle with and that you have to overcome. You're not always a celebrity. You know, you're on stage a lot, but you're not a celebrity all the time. And so I ask them to share, to open up and be a little bit more transparent, because this is about women today, right? This is about women. We want to encourage each other. We want to inspire and we want to empower. So I asked them to share a little bit about something that you might not know about that they have struggled with. I'm going to ask Sally Ann to start.
A lot of times people will look at me and I'm smiling. And I'm going to share something with you because I hope this will help you. I have dealt with depression in my life. And it is something that affects twice as many women as it does men. I am here to tell you that there's not only light at the end of the tunnel, there is light in the tunnel.
Yes. Yes.
I have found through dealing with depression that I am not alone. There is a person who is very, very well known to everyone here, and I think people of faith feel like they can't say that I'm dealing with depression or I'm in a tunnel, because they say, well, where is your faith? Of course, you can do this. Well, you think it, you believe it, and you go for it. There is somebody that I would like to share very briefly with, so that if there is someone who is of the mistaken belief that there are people of faith who do not have, hold this for a second, Dorothy, thank you. There, keep her right there for me. Sisters helping sisters, that's what we are. The Sisters 3. I should have had this out. Here it is. She said, she wrote this. And when I tell you who wrote it, you'll be very surprised. The darkness is so dark, and I am alone, unwanted, forsaken. The loneliness of the heart that once loved is unbearable. Where is my faith? Even down, right in, there is nothing but emptiness and darkness. My God, how painful is this pain? It pains without ceasing the whole time. Smiling sisters and people pass such remarks. If only they knew the pain. They think my faith, trust, and love are filling my very being, and that the intimacy with God and union to His will must be absorbing my heart. Could they but know how my cheerfulness is the cloak by which I cover the emptiness and misery. That was written July 3rd, 1959, by Mother Teresa.
Wow.
Mother Teresa, a saint on this earth. And I share that with you because Mother Teresa did something about this. If you read Come Be My Light, it's a very inspiring book of all of her writings to her advisors. What I'm saying, if there is anyone here that is dealing with depression, know that you can get help. And the way I have found help, sometimes I've had professional counseling. There's nothing wrong with that. But I also have good friends that I can call on and get a prayer through, somebody that will support, so you don't have to suffer alone. And there is help available. And now when you see me smiling, it's genuine, because there is even greater light at the end of the tunnel. And when I say there's light in the tunnel, each one of you is a light for someone in the tunnel.
Yes.
The light is within you. When you smile at somebody, when you look at somebody and really see them, when you know that there are people who need love and attention. And I'll give you one example, then I'll shut up. My sisters know I can't go on and on. But this will
She's
end.
going to break out in song at some point.
No,
This
Right,
little
that's
light
Dorothy,
of
right?
mine,
Yes.
I'm
It's
gonna
gonna
let
happen.
it shine.
It's gonna happen.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hallelujah.
You made it. Now I don't have to sing. Oh.
Don't let that fool you. She's still gonna sing.
I want to tell you this. Sometimes you may be dealing with something in your life, or somebody you just see on the street. I have a very dear friend, went to the drugstore one day, and there was a sales lady, and she was very abrupt, and she was kind of rude to the customers ahead of her in line. And when it was Phyllis's turn, she asked the lady, "How are you doing?" You know, we all have one of those days. And do you know that lady looked at Phyllis and said, "I just lost my husband and I don't know what I'm going to do." And Phyllis was able to minister to her. Just be that light, and that starts by paying attention to everyone around you.
Yes, yes, yes.
So challenges. You know, you reach a certain age in life and you start having a lot of losses. And I think that's to some degree what Sally Ann was talking about in terms of depression. But my greatest challenge really evolved over a period of time. 25 years I was married to a gentleman, and I have his 2 children, my daughters, and after 25 years of marriage, it ended. And that was a very, very difficult time to be married so long. But there was this little creative being within me that crept out when my girlfriends took me to Bay St. Louis to a bead store. And you know how girlfriends are. They, you know, it was a Sunday afternoon. They said, "Come on, Dorothy, let's do this." You know, they knew I was hurting. And I went to this bead store, and I saw all these colors and these shapes. There were classes. I've always loved making things, and I just fell in love with making jewelry. And from that transition, if I had not gone through that divorce, quite frankly, I wouldn't be here right now doing what I'm doing. I feel very assured of that, because I was able to tap into a side of myself that you can't always do when you're the wife and the mother and all of those things. And I had the freedom to go ahead and spend $45 on a little bag of jewelry that I ended up making these beautiful designs. I had sisters who started wearing them, and that transition is what led me to open up my store. But the difficulty came with the 25-year marriage going awry, our father passing in 2004, Katrina hitting in 2005, and you really get down. But there was something that just kept going, a resilience that I think that the Mississippi Coast, people of the Mississippi Coast have. I think a resilience from my family, being so supportive. With Robin and Sally Ann looking at these little necklaces that I wear, and one time Robin wore one on air, and I prayed that it wouldn't just fall off her neck. And there were a couple of times when we would leave little jewelry along the line, something would fall off, but I honed that skill, and it is a passion. And if I could leave anything with you all, it would be to say, find your passion, and your passion is something that you're good at. And then once you figure out what that passion is, surround yourself with people who can help you. You can't do it all on your own. I'm here right now. I've got a store that's still open because I've got staff there who are cheerfully welcoming people into Robin's Nest in the past, located at 255 Davis Avenue. You've got to get a plug in now. So my challenge came from that time of loss, but that time of reflection, of figuring out what it is you want to do, and then putting the steps into place and doing that. There are these 5 Ps, and my husband's out there going, oh my God, she's not going to those 5 Ps again. But it is pray, it is prepare, it is proceed, it is persevere, and it is praise him. And my big sister told me those 5 Ps, and I lived that, and I would encourage all of you. You all are already doing it at some level, but you got to pray. You got to, for me, you pray, and you're just going, oh God, please help me, please help me, please help me. And then if you just kind of get quiet,
yes,
you might hear what he's telling you. And then you got to prepare yourself, which takes energy. It takes courage, like you were saying. And then from that, you've got to proceed. If you don't do that, you're not honoring what he has prepared for you. Our mother used to end almost every presentation with a little phrase that says, we all have a gift. Discover yours and then share it with the world. That's by Lucy Marion Roberts. I have it on a pillow, actually. But the key thing is I'm trying to say is that we all have those gifts, and we just have to figure out, reflect, figure out what we need. If I didn't have Dorothy Wilson that first few months, I don't know what I would have done. She was grounding for me. She was helpful to me in so many ways and continues to be. So you surround yourself with people, you proceed, you persevere. We're in the 3-year mark, and we're still a little baby. Listening to Lisa Nichols, I almost lost my eyelashes this morning from crying and just feeling this power that she had in terms of motivating and inspiring. This has been a tremendously important time in my life to be here to speak with all of you. So the challenges, they come. It's how we persevere. It's how we move through them that allows us to end up on the other end of that tunnel. Thank you.
True faith is stepping out even when you don't see the staircase.
Yes.
It's taking that step even if you don't know where it's going to lead you. And you know, as Sally Ann would say, our mother and father are cheering us on from their heavenly balcony right now. They are just smiling and swaying and just... Also, with those 5 Ps, we had the 3 Ds in the Roberts household. You know, most people, it's about the 3 Rs. It was the 3 Ds. It was about discipline because our father was Colonel Lawrence E. Roberts, and so, you know, all he had to do was clear his throat and we'd scatter. It's like, oh, that is home. So discipline was very important. And determination, you know, setting those goals. Discipline, determination. And the third and most important D, the Lord. The Lord.
Yes.
The Lord. The Lord. Yeah, I'm from the South. The Lord. Yes, I am. Proud of it. Fear. That's been my biggest challenge.
Wow. I would have never guessed that.
I know.
Yeah.
Fear. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. And there's something about when you see someone who has achieved a certain level of success, you think it's been easy, you think they've been just this brave person. And even when I was going through my health challenges, and why is it, and my fellow thrivers that are out there who have gone through illnesses, and the first thing that people say, you're so brave. And that's the last thing you feel.
Yes.
But then you realize that there is something within all of us. Within all of us. We're all just a little bit stronger than we think we are.
Yes.
And that's something that I have found, that if you're something that you want to do and you're fearful and you're going to wait for that fear to pass, you're going to be waiting a long time.
Yes.
And Sister Sally said, and it's so true, don't let fear keep you from your destiny. Do not let fear keep you from your destiny. And that's one thing I've had to learn, Dorothy, is that it's okay to be fearful and to use it as a motivator. And having gone through the 2 health challenges, and just yesterday I was celebrating 6 years of my sister donating her stem cells and all going well, is realizing that, as Dorothy was alluding to, we all suffer loss. And I'm so proud of how transparent you both have been, because I've told it all.
Yes.
I mean, there ain't nothing. When you say, there's nothing that people don't know about me. But to be as transparent as you are, and to know that everybody in this room has suffered some sort of loss, whether it's loss of your health, a child, husband, employment, whatever. And that's not the tragedy. What is if you don't take time to understand why that was placed in your path, what you're supposed to learn from that, and more importantly, share what you learn. And there is a wonderful poem, and I've said this often, from Streams in the Desert, which is a daily devotional that our family has read for generations. And it goes like this. I walked a mile with pleasure. She chattered all the way, but I was none the wiser for all she said, for all she had to say. I walked a mile with sorrow, and ne'er a word said she. But oh, the things I learned from her when sorrow walked with me. Amen. And it's not what we accomplish, it's what we overcome. And I'm in a room full of overcomers.
Yes, yes, yes.
Dorothy,
it is beautiful.
Dorothy, can
Go
I say
ahead,
just
Sally.
one last thing? And, you know, sometimes you just have to answer the Holy Spirit. And I just want to share with you,
Here it goes.
because
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it
I'm not going to sing. You know, I told you about depression, and quiet time is what I rely on, and that's the time where I don't hear God's voice in an audible way, but the Spirit speaks to me, and this is what the Spirit told me one day, and if it's for you, your spirit will know it, and I'm only going to do an excerpt of it. Be still and know that I am. Give peace, I give joy. Don't fall for the devil's lies. He wants you to believe that all is lost. He wants you to give up, cave in, and pack up. Tell the devil no, and keep putting one foot in front of the other. That's all I ask. Walk, just walk. You don't have to run Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Persevere to the end. Finish your course. Your faithful ancestors are watching and cheering for you from my kingdom. You cannot believe the rewards you will find on the other side of the finish line. Study to show yourself approved. Feast on my word. Take all the happiness you've ever known in this life, multiply it by quadrillion, and you will not come close to the bliss, the absolute perfect bliss that awaits my good and faithful servants on the other side of the finish line. Run your race. Run your race. God
Amen.
I told you that Sally Ann was going to preach, right? Okay, she just did that. And you know, it almost sounded to me as though she was singing as well when she first started off.
She wanted to, but we shaved.
But here's what I want to know. Did y'all watch Sister Dorothy's face over there when Sally Ann got about midway through that? She kind of turned and she kind of gave her a look like, how long is this going to go on? I saw it.
I did do that. It was just a little Daisy Dana coming out, which is the little
Daisy Dana, bring out Daisy Dana.
No. Daisy is not coming out today, but she might come out another time with you all when there's the appropriate time to share a certain message. But yes, I did look at my sister and say, oh, please, God, what is she going on with? But it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was the right message at the right time, sister. You did it. You did it. You said it was going to be this long, and it was that long. But it was moving. I saw people out there, lifting their hands up, so it was good. Daisy is out now. I'm back.
I think my next question was I was going to ask about what was it like in the Roberts house with the three of them growing up, but I think we're seeing that already. We're good. We'll just pass on that. When women can come together and be transparent the way that they have been transparent today, that is what connects us. That is how we empower. That is how we inspire one another. And I love that they were willing to do this. I sent them an email, I guess it was last month, and I said, I'm going to ask you the tough question, and I'm going to ask you to share about something that's very personal, that a difficult time that you had to overcome. And they didn't miss a beat. They got right back with me. And, as Robin said, her life is pretty open book. She said, I'll just follow the sisters. But I really appreciate them taking the time to share on such a transparent, such a personal note. That's what the Success Women's Conference is all about. It is about women coming together 2 days and taking the time to share their heart, to be transparent and say, I need help. Can you help me? Hey, I'm struggling with this. I need to make a new connection this day at this conference so that when I go back to work, my place of business, whether they're an entrepreneur, whether they're a corporate woman, hey, I've got somebody who can maybe hold my hand, who can maybe mentor me. And so I just appreciate you guys doing that. It sets such a wonderful example to these ladies of what we should all be doing on a daily basis.
Thank you, Dorothy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dorothy.
Thank you. Okay, wait, ladies. Hold on. I almost forgot. I am over 50. Let's just say that. We have something special for you that we would like for you to have. We recognize a number of influencers today, but what better influencers in this community than these three women? And so, I want to recognize Joan Adams. Is she in the house? Miss Jones, Serenity Clay Studios. There she is right there. She is the sculptor who made these awards. The first time I saw them was a couple of years ago. One of my team members walked into my office with one and sat it on my desk and said, this lady donated this as a door prize for the Success Women's Conference. And I sat there and I looked at it and I got chills all over me. It just really spoke to me. And so she has crafted these special versions for the sisters. And you can't probably see it from here, but these have their hairstyles, okay? All right, and this one. This is for you. And this is for you. All right, congratulations, ladies. Thank you, Miss Jones. Thank you. Okay, we would like for Duncan McKenzie, the Vice President and General Manager of the IP Casino, to come up to announce some very special awards. Hey, Duncan, how are you? You got the cards?
I do.
All right, I have the trophies. Handing over the mic.
Okay. Well, this is really impressive. Thank you all for coming to the function in the IP, and thank my group for doing such a great job here putting all this together. So I appreciate it very, very much.
And thank you to Duncan and his team for this beautiful conference. They have worked so hard. I can't tell you the number of pages. They call them BEOs. I never want to see them again. I have another name for the BEOs. But they have been wonderful to work with. Where's Emily and Larissa? Could y'all stand for just a minute? I just want to say how much we appreciate you. These guys are part of our team, and they help make us successful. And they've done this for 3 years in a row. The conference is 4 years old. They've done it 3 years in a row. And thank you, Duncan, for supporting the Success Women's Conference.
Thanks for recognizing some of my power women. Anyway, okay, so we've got an award here, a one to watch influencer, Jenny Levin. I see movement. Yay. And the coast's most influential woman, Miss Susan Hunt.
It may take
Right here.
for her to get up here. She's going to have to talk and hug and kiss on everybody on the way.
And she's making bread.
Still got my gray hair. She wanted to know if the trophy still had her gray hair. I love Miss Susan. You know, she was featured on the cover of Gulf Coast Woman, I think it was Mardi Gras last year. And so I went to interview her at a cafe. I have to tell this story. Went to interview her at a cafe. Well, here's what happened. She was holding court at the cafe. Everybody that came in, she had to hug them and kiss them. And then she began to direct them to where they should sit. And she would let them know, I'm going to come back to you. So on that day, Miss Susan, her window became stuck, okay? And you would think, you know, she would just, you know, finish the interview and she'd call the tow truck or somebody to come help her or whatever. Well, she knows so many people in the Biloxi community, and she calls everybody her children. Now, I have to warn people when she says that in my presence. I said she probably has about 50,000 children. Well, an amazing thing happened on that day. Some of her children just happened to be in the parking lot. Some of her children just happened to go next door to the parts store. And some of her children just happened to take her door apart. And some of her children just happened to repair her window while she sat and ate. They honored her, and she deserves honor because of all the lives that she has touched for so many years. I love this lady. All right, where's Tiffany? What am I supposed to do next? Closing remarks? Okay, thank you, Duncan. Okay, we have some thank yous that we need to. We have some thank yous we need to give out. But before we do that, thank our sponsors, that is, we need to recognize a special person who served on our team this year. And before we call her to the stage, we would like for the co-chairwomen who served and worked with the Success Women's Conference this year to take a stand. Would you please stand? We had 18 co-chairwomen, and they didn't know when we called them and treated them to a special lunch at Hancock Plaza that they were taking on a part-time job. We could not have done this without them. We love these women. We so appreciate you, and we have some special goodies for you guys that will be coming, okay? But there was one volunteer who stood out among all of the beautiful jewels who help us to bring together the Success Women's Conference. And this person literally was working night and day. We thought we were the 24-hour girls. She just blew us out. I think it's 70-some speakers.
Over 75.
And this woman managed all of those speakers with all of their difficulties and all of their special requests. Took care of every detail. Angeline, would you please come to the stage?
And she did all that while running her own successful business, South Group Insurance.
There she is. You got it? Oh, okay, you have it there. I'm sorry. Congratulations and thank you so much.
Can we all give her applaud?
This is our volunteer of the year. Our volunteer of the year. Better known as rock star. Y'all give her one more hand. Okay, we need to thank our sponsors, and we also want to make a special announcement.
Yes, we did want to thank a few of our sponsors. Can't name them all because we were thankful to have so many, but we did want to thank people like Medical Analysis. Well, first let's start off with IP. Can we give IP another hand? Let's give Duncan McKenzie and his team, his great team, a big hand.
And the staff, yeah.
And the staff. So we want to thank them. We want to thank Scarlet Pearl as well. We want to thank Medical Analysis. We want to thank Beachview Dental. We want to thank Ingalls, our host, Dorothy Shaw. Thank you. And we also have something that we're announcing that you'll get a text message about. You will hear about the Success Women's Academy. How many of y'all would love to see something like this going through the year? Can you raise your hand? All right, you're going to get some information about our new academy and more membership information on that through your text message. If you haven't answered, if you hadn't signed up for it, please do. We definitely look forward to doing more things with you throughout the year. Thank you again. We'll see you in the hallway up at ballroom A, B, C, D, whatever, all of it. See you then, and thank you, Belts.
Thanks again for attending the Success Women's Conference, brought to you in part by South Group Insurance. As you're exiting the luncheon, you might find your way to the Lowe's Conference Within a Conference, our Expo with Beauty and Gifted Hands Pavilion, or the Ask Anything huddles. If you're an Elite VIP ticket holder, you can head over to the Open Coaching Session with Lisa Nichols. This is for Elite VIP ticket holders only. There's also more breakout sessions, giveaways, plenty of shopping, and more. But if you must leave, we'll see you in 2019.
What you want, baby, I got it. What you need, you know I got it. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you do
Just a little bit.
Hey, baby,
Just a little
when
bit.
you get home.
Just a little bit.
Hey, baby,
Just a little bit.
I ain't gonna do you wrong. Why you go? I ain't gonna do you wrong, 'cause I don't wanna. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you get
Just a
home.
little bit.
Hey, baby,
Just a little
when
bit.
you get home.
Just a little bit.
Hey, baby,
Just a little bit.
I'm about to give you all my money. All I'm asking in return, honey, is for you to give my promise when I get home.
Just a little bit.
Hey, baby,
Just a little
when I
bit.
get home.
Just a little bit.
Hey, baby,
Just a little bit.
Woo! Ooh, the kisses, it's sweeter than honey. Guess what? So is my money. All I'm asking is for a little respect when you
Just
get
a
home.
little bit.
Hey, baby,
Just a
when
little
you
bit.
get home.
Just a little bit.
Hey, baby,
Just a little bit.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T, and that's what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T, take care T-C-P.
Just a little bit.
A little respect.
Just a little bit.
You're running out of
Just a
food.
little bit.
I ain't lying.
Just a little bit. Respect. Just a little bit.
Hey, baby.
Just a little
when
bit.
you get home.
Just a little bit.
Hey, baby.
Just a little bit. Respect. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Excuse me. Could you please get all of the influencers to come on the left side of the stage, please? All of the influencers.
Just a small town girl
Took the midnight train going anywhere.